welcome again to the CalgaryHomesale.com video series. I'm Drew Allen with Redline Real Estate, a real estate advisor here, and of course with CalgaryHomesale.com, joined by Scott Bollinger, lawyer at Bollinger and Associates. And today we're going through 4 things you need to know if you're purchasing a conventional standard purchase when using the purchase contract.
That's right. Yeah. So that's again, you think that's pretty obvious, but not always.
No.
Right? So number 1. To be enforceable, a contract for a purchase and sale of a property in Alberta has to be in writing. The most common purchase contract that's used by realtors is the Alberta Real Estate Association developed contract, and it's a good contract. It's developed by realtors for realtors, but it also has both parties, both the buyer and the seller, in mind, and it certainly has a lot of lawyer input. So that's the most common contract that's used, and it provides protection for both parties, and it's in plain language, and it's easy to understand. Number 2, pay attention to dates and times. This may seem obvious, but it isn't always. Again, time is of the essence in almost any real estate purchase contract, and that means that if you miss a date or time, there are serious consequences. Or there could be serious consequences, such as not waiving your conditions in time or not making a deposit in time. Those are the good examples there. Number 3 out of the 4 things you should know is that the standard purchase contract, that one developed by the Alberta Real Estate Association, requires the seller to provide the buyer with a municipally compliant real property report, otherwise known as an RPR. What is a real property report, or an RPR? It's a survey of the property outlining the boundaries of the property and all of the permanent structures built on that property. The buyer wants to see this because they want to know there's no encroachments, that they want to know where the utility rights of way are, they want to see the boundaries of the property. So obviously this is important and should be at least considered before or when you're selling your property. And then number 4, the standard purchase contract itself is not overly complicated. However, it is 6 pages long, and it's important, and it's binding. So if you have questions about it, make sure that you consult with your real estate professional or with the real estate lawyer that you intend to have close the deal. So to recap, the 4 things you need to know when using a standard purchase contract are: number 1, to be enforceable, it has to be in writing. Pay attention. Number 2, pay attention to those dates and times, because time is of the essence. Number 3, that purchase contract that you use most likely will require the seller to provide an RPR, or real property report, to the buyer. And number 4, that standard purchase contract is not complicated, but it is binding. So if you need some help, please don't hesitate to ask.
There are terms and conditions that you definitely want to go through with any purchase contract. As Scott had mentioned, make sure you seek professional advice if you have any questions with regards to it. If you do have any questions for someone like Scott or Scott directly, feel free to leave a post or a comment somewhere around this video, or you can reach him at the links below. Thank you very much. Again, this is the CalgaryHomesale.com video series, helping you sell quicker and buy smarter. More coming up. We'll get some more of your real estate questions answered, as well as your legal questions.